So, the technical side of the recording. So, as you might have noticed, unlike the 100 Days of Narration challenge, which I basically just recorded and then put up on the internet, no edits whatsoever, I actually sat down and edited what I recorded so that the reading was clean without any flubs, although there was still a lot of mouth noises in there. So that basically meant it took half an hour, sometimes to an hour, to record just couple of pages. Oh my god, I can't believe it took so long. And then from there, it took a further 2 to 3 hours to edit that recording down to something that was about maybe 10 minutes or so. And wow, that's a lot of my time every day. 3 to 4 hours. 4 hours tops. 4 hours tops. That was day 47. That was day 4. I took 4 hours of that. 3 is about nominal. If I'm really, really lucky, I get it done in 2.5 hours. That's a good day. 2.5 hours. So, yeah, 2.5 hours to 4 hours every day to do this for 50 days straight. I did have a buffer. I did record at the beginning. I recorded 4 days ahead. But towards the end, I used up that buffer entirely because there were days I just felt, I don't want to record. And then I had no choice, and I just had to record every day. And in future, if I build a buffer, I'm maintaining that buffer because or try to rebuild the buffer because that would be a smart thing to do. But sometimes I'm just not that smart. Oh god, and towards the end of this whole recording, in the day 40 section, my recording software developed a wonderful little glitch where it would insert various bzzzt sounds and cut out at random points. In fact, it might be doing that right now as I'm recording this. So, if you've heard this all the way through and you would cut, then you know what happened. So cut out random points while recording. I mean, I bought a new computer with an SSD for the purpose, thank you very much, of making sure this sort of shit doesn't happen. Sorry, excuse my language. And the only solution I found was recording with all the other programs closed, since that seemed to work. But I'm just a little peeved that I had to do that at all, since I didn't have to do that on my previous computer, and it didn't have an SSD drive, and it was significantly slower. I mean, even now, I'm still getting weird, distorty, blah, 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 blah sounds. If I play an MP3 and I opened, a new tab in my internet browser, like that. So that's marvelous. I wanted a new computer just for this to happen. It doesn't really affect my video games, though, so I'm not sure why that is. But I'm not looking forward to doing more sound editing if this glitch continues, or actually video production. That's not looking forward to what this computer does with video editing. Oh, and also, this was my own fault. After finishing up the 40th day, my recording program of choice completely refused to start. I made some changes in the settings, and then it got to a point where when I tried to restart it, it said, the settings were invalid, program will crash now because of the invalid settings, change the invalid settings in the program, which I can't because it crashes every single time when I open it. So I can't get into the program to edit the settings to make it uninvalid. So that's a great loop to be trapped in. That's... Oh, God. Thank you, computer programs, for making us realize just how stupid the human race is. Because, that's, you could correlate that with real life events. How, we keep trying to fix problems, but we can't fix the problem because there's something in the way that the problem needs to fix first before you can fix that problem. And it's like, Oh, the real world is terrible. But anyway, so I got that fixed, obviously. But I had to reinstall everything and dig out my old settings from my old computer, which I still had, thank God. But with all my old presets in it, all my favorite filters and how I want to do dynamic processing and various cleanups of my lines, as well as all the I keep hitting the microphone, and also all the various echoes and reverbs and stuff that I use for a lot of my sound design stuff. But yeah, apart from those particular technical issues, there was also the issue of my morale, because I really felt like giving up several times. Just doing this for 3 to 4 hours a day, sometimes 2.5 hours a day, if I was lucky. It was just some days were harder than others because some refused to come out. Some just refused to be said out loud proper, because I have this thing about trying to pronounce everything correctly, and I'll go on about that later on. But this one particular sentence, I'm going to flip open to it right now, and you can hear just how terrible it is. I'm sorry, the late Sir Terry Pratchett, but this sentence was just terrible on my nerves. It's the part where... I'll just read it, Splinters flew up from a point on the floor where it would undoubtedly have severely inconvenienced anyone lying on the boards cautiously raising a decoy helmet on a stick. Now, I can read it like that. That's fine. I can read it like that. But to try and read it in a narrationary... To read it normally, it'll be like... Splinters flew up from a point on the floor where it would undoubtedly have severely inconvenienced anyone lying on the boards cautiously raising a decoy helmet on a stick. And I could do it perfectly that time. What the hell? Well, not perfectly. I said on a stick instead of on a stick. And other things, just so many other things. And it was hard going. It was really, really hard going, especially towards the end, where I thought it would get easier because I was getting close to the end, but did not. It did not get easier. It just felt like so close, yet so far, especially the last day 50. I was frustrated with day 50. Just wanted to finish that and get that out of the way, but words would not come out of my mouth right. So, as I said, I have a pronunciation thing. I like to pronounce things correctly, and there were a lot of pronunciation issues, several of which I caught and tried to do right. Other things, not so much, and I had to let go because life is not perfect. Like the word water. I say it water. Everybody says water. It just that sounds like pardon me. That sounds like someone with a little bit of nasal congestion to me. Water. So I just say water, and I know I'm doing it wrong, but that's how I've been doing it all my fucking life. I'm sorry, language. Captain America would be so unpleased with me. But yeah, water. And everybody else I know pronounces it water as well. Water, whatever. I had a lot of trouble with words with R in them in general, because I either hit them too hard or too soft, or they just disappear entirely. I wish I could give an example, but I just can't right now. Maybe it'll come to me later on. And the usual problems I have with of the, through the, and with the. Basically, the word the is the worst thing in the human language. Why would we use that as a thing? Why the word the? Why couldn't it have been the, you know, off the, through the, with the, the. You know, you see, right. Think of how your tongue is when you say the. You know, just feel that word out. The. Your tongue is at the back of the top, the row of teeth there, and it's just rolling off like. It's like it's not quite touching your front teeth, but it's just a little bit away, so air can pass through that and go a f sound and and it's an awkward tongue placement and compared to everything else, like of it's if you do of, your front teeth are on your bottom lips, okay? So go from of the, I mean, what's your tongue doing? It's like it's breaking free from my prison, but no, I'm not breaking from my prison. I'm just sort of like hanging back a little bit in your mouth there, and then just making that stupid, just that halfway out and in, like halfway to the front teeth, sort of the upper front teeth, but sort of like, no, don't feel like going out today. Just do something. Don't be halfway through. And speaking of through, okay. It ends with your lips puckered like this, through, and then once your face is puckered like this, though, you need to go through, and your face has to just widen out in order to accommodate the sound. And with the, oh god, that's basically two sounds in a row. It's like with the. And you have to reset your mouth a bit between it, otherwise otherwise the word just becomes wither. You know, it's just the one th sound. So it has to be with the, and that's just. I hate that sound. Just hate it. English. Why would you have that? Other things I have problems with, had problems with, still in the future, ongoing problems with, words like and but. Trying to stay away from shortening them down to an and but. You know, just skipping out the ending and. But I mean, I think there are places where it's acceptable to skip the and the ending, but I try not to do it because I don't know. It just feels like being lazy, or possibly like, look, that foreign person can't do the English right because he's just doing and all the time when he could just say an instead. And but yeah, words ending with S followed by another word starting with S. S sounds in general are just terrible because it's just like Simon's service. It's the same problem with the th sound. It's just trying to separate the sounds. It's not a problem with other words, actually. Other letters, actually. And demonize. I don't know why I thought about that particular phrase there. And demonize. That's easy. But Simon's service. So many S sounds in there. S sounds are dumb. Everything about the human language is dumb. Oh wait, no. I made a example of and demonize, and I thought, no, yeah, D sounds are easy. No, it's actually not. No, it's the when you have D sounds like and ended deadly. Cause yeah, I mean, I said that right, but try saying that like normally, and ended deadly. I feel like I'm swallowing the words, and ended deadly, and ended deadly. No, it's, that's obviously not working. What other technical aspects can I talk about this reading? There's a lot wrong. None of the accents are right. Because this should be a British setting with a variety of regional accents, and obviously I did none of that. Best I could do was some kind of mangled Liverpool for Nobby, which was more of a poor man's Yakko. Sorry, not Yakko. Wacko Warner. Is it Wacko Warner? It's Wacko Warner. Yeah. So that was a terrible attempt at an accent. And I kept mixing up the characters and being muddled in who's who because of the similarity of voices. Because I just kept reusing voices because I hoped like hell that they never met. Because sometimes I forgot they actually did meet. Nobby and Cuddy, and they did share one conversation in the book, which I forgot about. They're basically the same voice, only Nobby has that accent. Nobby has that accent, and Cuddy is that, and Cuddy's like this. And Nobby has this light accent for this terrible accent that I don't know what it is. Baffa the Clown and Spode are basically the same voice, but they never interact, and also Baffa's a little bit more depressed. And Gaspard is just, he's a bit more lively, but he still has this voice for him. And there's also Carrot and the general narration, because they're basically both my natural voice, only one's in a slightly higher register, and the other one is in my slightly lower register, which can also be confused with Captain Vimes, because he also is in a lower register. So my narration has to be somewhere around here, Captain Vimes is around here, and Corporal Carrot is around here. And it's a problem when Corporal Carrot is speaking quietly, because when Corporal Carrot is speaking quietly, then it just mixes in with my general narration voice, which is not great. So, thank God for the numerous, said Nobby, said Cuddy. Cuddy said, Cuddy hesitated. Carrot said, all those. Thank God for all those peppered throughout the novel as signposts for when a character is talking. Also, for this particular reading, I didn't do it at first. I didn't do it for the first couple of days, but then I realized I'm going to need to put in little phrases that weren't in the novel to convey a scene change, like meanwhile or elsewhere, back to Vimes. So I did things like that. Also, there are continual, there's just so many footnotes in the Discworld novel. That's part of the humor, by the way, the various asides about the weird science / technology / fauna / flora, of Discworld. And, when that happens, I basically go say, author's note, and then read the whole thing, and then say, end author's note. Yeah, but like I said, I didn't do that for the first couple of days, though, which was, in hindsight, not good. But, not everything has to be perfect, and you might as well do it now while you can. Yeah.